it is finals week all across America, so I am not doing an episode this week because that would kill me. It would be impossible to try to get all these things done. So instead, we thought we'd do something really special. We have all these episodes of Game Time. We get to share with you all the time. There's some old ones from before we were posting them as separate videos, and there's some of our favorites this year. So we thought we would share them with you and get the best of Game Time. The best of Game Time. Now, all of my favorites are in there because there's so many I've just enjoyed doing over this last year. Support Local Film has been one of my favorite projects over this year because I have so much fun connecting with people. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed, you should totally do that. Hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. But, we have something exciting for you. Andie Rugg, someone who commissions portraits of animals. They did one of Snoopy and Champ combined as the new Filmhound logo. This is the new Filmhound logo. Can you believe it? This is so cool. We love this. Thank you, Andie, so much. If you want to see her website where she does this and she does copywriting, you should look below in the comments. Honestly, this is just so cool. I can't wait to post this everywhere, but you guys get to see it first. Now, in regards to Support Local Film, we will have an episode next week. We'll have an episode for Christmas week. We'll have an episode for New Year's. This is the only time this month we are taking a week off. So just enjoy Game Time and know that, finals are stressful. It's a tough time being a college student. It's a tough time trying to make the world happen. But if we all stick together, the one thing I've learned this year is that if you continue and you work hard and you find people just like you, you will always succeed. And it really helps us know that you are supporting us, and it encourages us every single day to make more videos like this. Thank you all so much for your support. It's so good to be here for you, Colorado, and making people stay creative out there.
That's the most bang for your buck, baby.
Game time.
Politics is a tough pill to swallow, but you know what's not a tough pill to swallow? Action movies starring Harrison Ford. So that's why we're talking about today's movie.
My favorite politician.
Me too. Honestly, if you watch Air Force One as many times as I have, you might have trouble imagining where Harrison Ford was not the president.
Yeah.
Because he's such a cool one. His name is President James Marshall, and he goes to Russia and he's like, we're going to be buddies now, but we're also going to punish terrorists. And then Gary Oldman, hijacks Air Force One. Oh no, who's gonna solve the problem? The president.
Yeah, of all people. I imagine you have on the back of your vehicle a bumper sticker that says like Harrison Ford is my president.
Actually, it says Jed Bartlett for America, but Question 1. So initially, director Wolfgang Peterson was denied access to the real life Air Force One. He really wanted to get the sense of it. He wanted to make sure his team could make a effective copy of Air Force One. Obviously, no one would let him do that. But what changed that? What changed it so he could? Was it A, Gary Oldman performed at the White House for President Clinton for the express purpose? Was it B, a mysterious donation was made? C, Harrison Ford called personally to the White House? D, vice president in the movie, who is played by Glenn Close, called her friend Laura Dern.
Laura Dern question. I listened to enough of your episodes to understand that Laura Dern is the perpetual part of the quizzes here.
Well, she's my perpetual crush. So
that's fair. Valid point.
So what do you think it is, Jordan?
I feel like I'm just gonna say what I want it to be. Is that Harrison Ford called the White House and begged them to let them do this. That gives a whole new meaning to your PR interviews that you have to do for your film, Well,
I think that Harrison Ford is adored by President Clinton because that was indeed the case. Harrison Ford called the White House and be like, I really need Wolfgang to be able to go on Air Force One.
This must have been before the military was essentially bankrolling lots of films as a thinly veiled recruiting tool.
Harrison Ford was not the first choice to play the president, even though he's the perfect movie president.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if he wasn't going to play the president, who would? Here are your 4 options. Was it A,
Laura Dern.
I was waiting for you. No, Laura Dern is always D, so you're gonna have to wait.
Got it.
So
the Dern,
D
you
for
know?
Dern.
Yeah,
D for Dern. Was it A, Kevin Spacey? Was it B, Kevin Costner? Was it C, Glenn Close, and she got demoted to vice president? Or was it D, indeed, Laura Dern?
Yeah, one of these days the answer will be Laura Dern.
One of them. I look forward to that day because I did my research on her.
I have to say, just from like House of Cards fame, and before we all realized he was a creep, but back when he seemed like on-screen presidential material, I feel like it could have been Spacey.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know. You give me the eyes like it shouldn't be. Costner was one of the answers.
Yes, Costner was one of the answers.
Mathematics says if we get a second chance, pick the other door to increase our total probability of success. So I'm gonna go with Costner now.
And you'd be correct.
Jordan.
Yes.
Math wins again.
Math always
So,
wins.
Jordan, congratulations. You are correct. Kevin Costner denied the role so he could do the movie The Postman.
Come on, man.
So, but I mean, come on. I mean, we got the perfect movie at it. So, The Postman. Thank you, Kevin Costner, for making that, so we could have Harrison Ford as the president. Very cool.
I guess thank you for letting the true president step in.
Harrison
Ford.
Thank you for declining to run. So to say,
stepping down with dignity.
So we have one last question for you. However, you have to get this one right. This is your double jeopardy.
Uh-oh.
Remember, you have to maintain 100% approval rating to stay on this program, or me and Julia are going to make our own political ad against you in the second portion of this.
We got 3 people here. I can split the vote. The most I need is 31% approval to win the office. Thank you very much.
No, that's to maintain your base.
No.
Maintain the base. Yeah, we're activating the base.
Yeah.
I have a mandate from the people.
Gary Oldman had a nickname on set because his performance was so intense that they gave him this nickname. Was it A, Spooky Gary? Was it B, Scary Gary? Was it C, No Russia Gary?
Spooky Gary sounds like the name Hunter gave him.
Yes, it does. And I think we should just add another $1 to the jar.
Yeah,
just
$1 to the jar.
Just because we're in
we're not
production.
on set.
We're not on set. So if I say spooky, I can say spooky freely without having to donate to charity. Though I will happily donate to charity every time I say spooky. And we'll have to establish that as a rule. If I say spooky, I do have to donate to charity. That's been an established rule on set, because if I don't, I do this little thing where I have the fake cigarette and I go, "That was real spooky, kid." Anyway, so that's why I have to give $1 in the jar. Also, when I curse a lot on set.
Yes, you do.
Fair
Even
enough.
with kids around.
No, I don't, because I have to put $1 in the jar. There's a financial incentive for me not to. Anyway,
So
Jordan.
anyways, enough about Homecoming.
I think honestly, like, having been on enough sets, the like collective hallucination fever dream where like the dumbest things become funny because everyone's like sleepless and whatever, it just feels like Scary Gary would be totally the thing people would say on set, and they'd be like, here comes Scary Gary. That just feels like a set thing.
Yeah.
Well,
it does.
Jordan, you've done what no other politician has managed to do. You have garnered 100% of approval. Congratulations, sir. You will be on your way to Air Force One right now. But until then,
Dictatorial numbers over here.
you and Lukashenko share a certain privilege of being
My
universally
spirit
approved.
animal.
Who is your spirit animal? All wide well, Belarusian dictator Alexander Lukashenko. Anyway, really gonna hate this because I knew there was a hotel thing, so I picked the Grand Budapest Hotel, which you guys apparently know nothing about, as I learned.
I've seen it. I've
Good.
seen it like once, but it's been a minute.
That's okay.
No.
This is really all about, the hotel business in general. So, but through Wes Anderson's eyes, and if Wes Anderson's done it, then it's done a specific way. That leads us to question 1. Harvey Keitel really slapped Tony Ravioli, the character who plays Zero, every single take for the scene where he slaps him across the face in the movie. How many takes did they do? Was it A, 10, B, 20, C, 37, or D, 42?
Oh, that means it's always
Yeah, that's right. Let's go see. Okay.
B.
Incorrect. It was D.
We should give him half a point because Kat was so on
Yes,
it.
Cat wanted to be. Come on, at least she gets that point. I don't.
I'll
Yeah.
give Kat the point.
Kat got the point, and then
This
Monty
is
did
what I
it.
learned during all the creating of B&B was she ain't never wrong.
That's always the right
Follow
answer.
that instinct. So,
Okay.
Wes Anderson really had Harvey Keitel slap Tony Ravioli 42 times across the face
Oh my god.
for a good take. Anyway,
Yikes! Was his hand red? His face red? You know.
I'm sure Tony Ravioli didn't have a cheek by the end of it, but that means that we're gonna have to slap Monty silly
Yeah.
if he doesn't get through this quiz. She only has to answer one more question right, and if you don't get all your questions right, I'm gonna have to kick you off the show.
Yeah.
That's gonna be no fun at all.
Yeah. So Monty,
gosh.
come on.
Come on, Monty.
Can I
Don't leave
personally,
Kat
can I
hanging.
be the slapper? I would like to volunteer.
Yes.
There are several Agatha Christie references in Grand Budapest, but which murder mystery written by Christie is referenced by name in the story? Is it A, 10 Little Indians, B, Murder on the Orient Express, C, 4050 to Paddington, or D, A Murder is Announced?
I
You
can't
don't
even
know.
come up with a.
You're so evil. Your face right now. He's like.
Oh, is that a hint? Ooh, that might be a hint. It might be D again, but the murder.
You think so?
Or the Orient Express.
No,
Maybe B. Maybe B for B and
I was
B.
gonna pick B for
Okay,
B&B.
okay, let's do it.
But this is your
This
decision.
is his.
No, this is your decision. We're gonna go B as in B&B.
That was very clever. But no, it's actually they take the 450 to Paddington in the movie. So
What letter was that?
C.
C.
My science teacher told me.
Oh, this evil laughter.
Oh.
Oh, it gets. Just wait. If
That's
you see him
okay.
on set, oh gosh.
Boy with Apple, the painting that's the center of the Budapest Hotel. That's an original painting in the movie by Taylor Williamson, and now it rests in a very specific place. Is it A, at the hotel where the filming took place? Is it B, in Wes Anderson's London office? Of course. C, at the museum in Prague Jeff Goldblum was killed in the movie? Or is it in D, Laura Dern's house?
I can't stand how much I love this.
I want to go with D.
Really?
No.
I was going with I was thinking The Office. The Office in London, of course.
What about? Well, yeah, maybe that. But is
The
he
Office.
tricking us? He's evil laughing over there.
I feel like the museum ones can't be.
Maybe the B because of B&B. We do it
But is that
again.
too obvious too?
I like
Is it at the
I like
hotel?
C the
Maybe
most.
it's at the
but-
hotel. This is crazy.
Wait, we can do separate answers. Can we do
Can
separate?
we do separate?
Monty, I would not do separate answers with your track record, bud. You want the point.
Listen, this is all Bradley and Bella are about. The
Okay.
ignorance.
No,
They
no.
think they're great at what they're doing.
I'm going with The Office. I'm going with The Office.
Okay, that's C.
That was B.
That's B. Okay, we're going for B as in B&B.
And combining your points together so it averages out all right, you are correct.
Delightful.
Very, very amusing. I think that's the most amusing people have done
Yeah.
trying to figure out the
terrifying.
answer.
Now-
That's okay.
Put that 2-shot in. Now slap him.
Yes. Wait, can I do that better?
Yeah.
He came up with something very special just for you.
I'm excited for this. So we're gonna play a little game. It doesn't have a name. I was gonna be like, it's called this. It doesn't have a name. Anyways, I am going to read a line from a movie,
Okay.
not just any movie, a horror movie that has the aspect of religion wrapped into it.
Okay.
Usually Catholicism.
Okay.
There's a couple that might be like Protestant or non-denominational. I
We
don't
call those
know.
B movies in the Catholic Church.
So these are mostly Catholic, all Christian, and I'm just gonna read a random line from it. I mean, it's like an iconic line, but then you have
Yeah.
to figure out. And honestly, with like the movies you've been bringing up today, like this game might be too easy for you.
I'm afraid of looking a fool. So
Yeah. I'm gonna try to act them out a little bit. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with this first one, and then if you really can't think of any, I'll give you kind of options.
Okay.
Okay, this is the first one. You are going to die up there.
Oh my God! See, I'm already making a fool of myself.
It happened,
Wait, it's a child that says
Yes.
it.
and they just peed on the floor, or they're about to pee on the floor. haven't seen it in a few months.
Oh my god.
Can confirm before they pee on the floor.
Before they So you are going to die up there, peas on floor.
Peas on floor. Oh my god.
Who pees on the floor?
Who pees on the floor?
I mean my cat one time. Oh my god.
Who pees on the floor, Cassie?
Oh my god.
Who pees Zuzu on the floor?
Oh my god. Duh. The Exorcist.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Good job. You got there.
No, I've brought shame to
Okay, this one
my
might
family.
be easier. This is one of my favorite movies, even though I have never seen it. You guys have any of those? Favorite movie you've never seen?
Like you've seen a
And-
TikTok about it,
and
you're
yeah.
like, that's my favorite.
Any Giallo movie.
Yeah,
like
that was me with Gone
you-
Girl for like 10 years
Yeah.
until I finally watched it. I was like, yeah, that's my favorite.
That's my entire personality.
One of these for me. Okay. What have you done to him? What have you done to his eyes, you maniacs?
Rosemary's Baby.
Yes, good job. Okay.
Very good impression, by
That
the
was
way.
good.
Thank you. I'm gonna be here for Halloween one day because I have red hair and yes, I have a whole list. This doesn't matter. I have a list of every Halloween costume I'm gonna do. It goes to like 30 years into the future.
Yeah.
Shockingly, same vibes.
Planned ahead. Okay. Anyways, next one. Never waste your pain.
Oh, that one's not even familiar to me. And I'm gonna be embarrassed again.
I don't know if this character is Scottish, but I'm just kind of going there. Never waste your pain. It's a movie we brought up recently during this recording
Oh my
session.
gosh. Okay, a movie we've already brought up.
Yeah, this person puts himself through pain, puts like nails in their shoes, and walks.
Saint Maud.
Yes.
You know what? I still haven't seen it.
Really?
And that's for me. I'm like, that's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
I have
really
I have
good.
the zine on my bookshelf. I still haven't seen the movie.
Have you seen it, Hunter?
Yes.
Is she Scottish? Am I just making that up?
She is
She's vaguely
great
northern.
British.
like she's somewhere in that hemisphere north of London.
yeah.
Definitely votes Tory. That's the important part.
Okay, this one is so easy. Okay.
Okay, well that's what you've been saying. So
This one's the best because you never see the character say it, you just hear it, but it's so iconic. Wouldst thou like the taste of butter? Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
the witch.
Yes.
The bitch. Sorry. Excuse me.
The what?
Beep. Yeah, that's Black Phillip, little goat man. So good.
Or is he?
Or is he? Okay, this one is a little more serious. Whatever you do, don't stop praying.
Oh.
This comes from a franchise. Is that the right word?
I would say franchise.
Franchise
Yeah.
is it's
Definitely
not
a
a
franchise.
restaurant, but yeah, it's from. It's like the 4th movie in this series. It's very, very Catholic.
Oh my god.
Some have described this movie as being like the Catholic MCU.
What is this? Why haven't I seen this film?
Let's just say none of the people in this room can guess this correctly. None of us.
Is it The Nun?
Yes.
Okay, that's why I don't know.
Well, I feel like I had to do the nun, but that was like the best quote I could
Yes,
find.
okay,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't remember it, but
Conjuring Cinematic Universe.
yeah.
Yeah.
MCU.
Or the James Wanaverse.
Okay, this next one is just the best, and I hope you get it. I can see your dirty pillows. Everyone will.
Karen.
Yes. Her beautiful, wonderful mom. So kind.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, good job.
No, not good job. I'm still like reeling from not getting the Exorcist one.
Oh,
And
that's okay.
It's okay.
Would you say she won,
Thank
Andy?
you.
Yeah, she definitely won.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really kind. Thank
Good
you.
job.
You have now a bonus question. She's managed to get this far. She's managed to get this far. Which actress is in the remake of Suspiria, but is also a horror remake queen? She's not a horror queen. She's a horror remake queen. She's been in Carrie, Let Me In, or the American version, Let the Right One In. Which actress am I referring to?
Is it Jessica Harper?
Try again.
Okay, so she was in the original, and she is a remake queen.
No, she's in the remake.
Oh, she's in the remake.
She's in
Does
the
her
remake.
name start with an M?
One of her names begins with an M.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Does
my-
one start with a G?
Wait, wait. Was she in... Was Mia Goth in?
No, not Mia Goth.
Was she in it though?
Oh my gosh,
Mia
you're
Goth-
really getting me.
Mia Goth is in the movie because she is a horror queen. She's a
Yes,
certified horror
exactly.
queen.
A remake
But-
or
Yeah.
Remake horror. So this is a special person. You know her by name. You may hate her, but she is in remakes of all your favorite movies.
Oh my god. Clearly
no
she is
clue.
because I love the Suspiria remake. Oh my god. Okay.
So I very purposely didn't write her name down just in case you stole my laptop to
Oh my
look.
god. Oh my god. God, who else was even in that movie?
Is 50 Shades of Grey a horror movie? I've never seen it.
Only if you're watching it and your girlfriend dragged you to it.
Okay. Okay.
That's the male
Against your will,
experience.
yes.
For the male audience, that's your horror movie.
Oh my gosh. I'm picturing the poster on my wall to try and remember like the names.
Can I guess?
Do you want? Okay, so Cassie,
Yeah.
you have to use your landline.
I would love to
Well,
use.
I don't know if this is right, but this is the only other name of any actress or actor I can think of.
So I'm gonna make
Little
this.
bit of
I'm not
both.
gonna make this sudden death because this is entertaining for me to watch you on the
Yeah.
wire.
No, I'm like really disappointed in myself, honestly.
Andy, if you don't get it, well, she will still have one more chance to answer it correctly.
I mean, is it Tilda Swinton?
Unfortunately, no.
I didn't
Okay,
think so,
that's like
but
the
that's
only
the
other
only one
actress.
I
Okay.
have.
Okay, so what remakes did you say? So she was in both the original Let the Right One In and the American.
No, I'm sorry. So she's in the American.
Okay.
Oh
my God, Chloe Grace Moretz.
Wait, she was in that? I don't
Yes.
Because you said Carrie.
Yeah, she's in the 2017 or 2016.
The bad
No,
one.
the 2013 version of Carrie. She's
Bad
12 years old and she's playing Let Me In, which is yeah. And then she's in your fucking Suspiria
excited.
remake.
Oh my gosh,
Wait,
I totally forgot.
Is she the one that's like kicked out of the school?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. I totally
Patricia.
forgot about
Yes.
that.
Patricia
Well,
Hengel.
the reason I forgot, I watched the first like 10 minutes of that movie in like 2019 and then finished it like a few months ago, but I just skipped the part where she gets kicked out. So it's
Oh
been
my God.
years.
Well, and then aside from that intro scene, she's pretty gooey any other time you see her. So
that explains it.
oh my gosh, I can't believe it took me that long.
Well, I mean, it's such a like a hidden underpass of like a
Yes.
question. It was definitely the question I was most proud of
Oh,
when I was like,
I'm
yeah.
impressed. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cassie.
No, my boyfriend won't be upset that she didn't come to my mind right away.
Questions from the art world. I'm going to express my little art chops today.
Oh no.
Oh, you're woefully unprepared. Oh,
I don't
no.
know. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I'm sweating.
Maybe I did steal from your Instagram some inspiration
Yes.
here.
Okay, let's hope that helps.
Let's hope that helps. So Travis, you and Amanda can work together to answer these questions. Because Julia's not here today, there is no phone a friend. And that means that your options are limited between the two of you and your artist expertise. So you will sail through this with flying colors, we can already tell. So Salvador Dali would really work with everyone on anything. One time in 1973, Salvador Dali made a holographic sculpture of this rock star's brain, which included a trail of ants and a chocolate eclair. Who was this artist? Was it A, Steven Tyler, B, Stevie Nicks, C, Alice Cooper, or D, Laura Dern?
Oh my god.
Part of me wants to say Laura Dern.
I want to say what was A?
So you're
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler, and then B was Stevie Nicks, C was Alice Cooper, and D was Laura Dern.
I don't know. Alice Cooper might be.
Yeah, that might be it too.
It's got to tie in with whoever it is. You know what? I'll go with Travis's guess because I feel he's very confident. No, you know what? No, I'm going to take my own established guess.
All right.
I'm going to say Alice Cooper.
You are correct. It is Alice Cooper.
Yes!
Yeah.
The art piece is called Alice Cooper's Brain. It was made in 1973. It's a holographic sculpture. And Alice Cooper, when he saw it, he's like, "Can I keep it?" And Salvador Dali said, "No, it's priceless." And then he hid it away.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he broke it. I was
Yeah,
like,
that would have
oh
been
my
hilarious.
God.
That would have been very Dali. It wouldn't have
Yeah.
been.
That'd have been pretty crazy.
So you sailed through that first question. Now, here's the hard part. So the fun part about this part of the show is if you fail the quiz, we get to kick you off the podcast, and then we spend the rest of the time talking about whatever we want to. So this is problematic because it's only me here today. So I need you guys to succeed.
We're off to a rocky start if that's the case.
No, I got you. It's okay.
Yeah.
So you guys did really well through that first question. So question B. You can't see this artist's work on gallery walls, but this iconic artist worked with another off-the-wall performer to create pieces like The Lovers and Rest Energy. Who was this artist? Was it A, Frida Kahlo, B, Cher, C, Maria Abramovich, or D, Laura Dern?
We're doing it again. No, maybe Marina Abramovich.
I know the answer. I know the answer.
Amanda's got it.
It's Marina Abramovich.
Okay, that's what I was going to say too.
Congratulations. You are correct.
Yes.
You are correct. It is Maria Abramovich. Her and her one-time boyfriend, Ula, did all their pieces together. They were performance artists who worked together. And The Lovers has this terrible story where they both started on opposite ends of the Wall of China, and they were supposed to meet in the middle and marry.
See, I was telling you about that one.
Yeah. She's really great. I love her. I mean, she's the one. She reminds me of Mary Sholin. So, like, you know.
When you were on at Mary Sholin, I thought you were going to make a shoe-in for that question. So I knew there was going to be at least one you got right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If Mary Schulin's the Maria Abramovich of Denver, then I think.
Is.
Oh yeah.
As far as I know.
As far as you know, well, we'll have to meet her because she sounds like she's such an interesting person. But until then, this artist who's famous for their shenanigans, like shredding apart one of their pieces after it was sold at auction,
All right, you got this.
made a bizarro-verse version of Disneyland called Dismaland off the British Isles, which some people have called assaulting and brutal, and Disney's legal team has called copyright infringement. Who is this artist? Is it A, Basquiat, B, Andy Warhol, C, Banksy, or D, Laura Dern?
I'm pretty positive it's Banksy.
You would be correct. It is Banksy. Banksy made Dismaland in 2015, and it is almost immediately been sued by Disney's copyright claims, and it will just continue to be sued for a long, long time until it eventually is just swallowed up by the sea. But you guys have passed with flying colors, art everywhere. Congratulations, Amanda Corrales and Travis Powell from Avant-Garde and DSDI.
Oh.
Andy, you always did have the best elevator pitch.
Thank you.
So, Red Herring, it's something that people can check out, but also I thought it would be the perfect game time.
Yes.
So, one thing we have always shared, Andy, is that we both love murder mysteries.
Yes. A little too much.
A little too much. Knives Out, I probably watched it once a month through COVID just to keep me strong.
Do you remember I think I told you this, not to interrupt, but my
please.
theory on what makes a good movie like turn into a great movie is vomiting. If a character vomits on screen, that's a great movie, and that has so much of it. So it's a 10 out of 10.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Make a great movie, make someone vomit.
We're going to go through some famous examples of that later.
Okay.
We're not going to forget that. However, red herrings.
Yes.
If people don't know what a red herring is, it's a MacGuffin, something that's in a movie script is made out to be very important, but it's a redirect. It's meant to catch your eyes, so you look to the left when you're supposed to be looking to the right. Who's the killer? He's walking off screen right now, bloody hands, but oh no, a screaming woman's coming through the window. So red herrings, there's some excellent ones, and that's what we're going to ask you about today.
Okay.
There is one author that sells more books than God. I mean that literally. Who is it? Is it A, Agatha Christie? Is it B, Stephen King, C, Stephanie Meyer, or D, J.K. Rowling?
Oh my gosh.
That's quite a question.
You know, like before you list the answers, I'm like, okay, Stephen King, it's got to be him because he's the best. But J.K. Rowling,
I know.
like,
I was thinking J.K. Rowling.
more than God himself.
Well, because
More than the Bible.
More than the Bible, this person has sold more books than them.
You know,
Well,
I'm gonna guess J.K. Rowling.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna guess Stephen King is what I meant to say.
Don't do
I'm
it.
gonna guess the other one. What was the other one?
I'll list them for you one more time for
Okay.
dramatic effect.
Okay.
But we're gonna put like the Deal or No Deal music right behind
Oh,
me
no.
as I go. Is it A, Agatha Christie, B, Stephen King, C, Stephanie Meyer, or D, J.K.
I
Rowling?
think I know.
No.
She has to get this wrong.
How long has she been dead? Like forever?
Well, she's been
Agatha Christie, what did she write?
she wrote a lot of things, Julie.
Orient Express, is that what it's called?
Murder on the Orient Express, and then there were none. Murder on the Vicarage, murder in a variety of other places.
Just
Death on
murder?
the Nile. She wrote murder mysteries, and these. She had a bevy of detectives. The most famous being Hercule Poirot, and it was this little Danish man who went around twisting his mustache and solving murders with his gray molecule brain. And he has sold more, and that Hercule Poirot, the other murder mystery stuff, has sold more for Agatha Christie than there are Bibles that have been sold.
Wow.
Wow.
That's shocking.
Good for
I just,
her. Little entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of her. So it's like, I wouldn't know.
I think one of my favorite stories is And Then There Were None. And it's been adapted so many times in different ways that if you saw it, you'd be like, that's And Then There Were None. It's 10 Little Indians. That's the name, the original name for it that you had to change.
Sounds sad.
It is.
Sounds very sad.
It's great. Don't be sad.
I'm a little sad. I'll be
All right.
real.
So Andie, that's a tough start.
That
That's
was
a tough start.
I'm
That's
not
okay.
feeling great.
That's okay. Well, I have some worse news for you.
Okay.
If you don't do well in this show, we're gonna murder mystery.
I thought I was just gonna be kicked out. That's even worse.
Nope. And then who's gonna be the suspects? I don't know.
Man.
A bevy of interesting characters.
Probably the one who just admitted to it on film, but you know.
You're probably gonna frame me, aren't you?
Why did Hunter and Julia bury the episode of Support Local Film? No one will know. No one will know. Question number 2.
Okay.
Save yourself. So, the most prolific mystery author ever. His name was John Creasy. He wrote under 28 different pseudonyms. And during his career, he wrote many, many books. He holds the entire record. How many books did he write? Was it A, 100, B, 200, C, 300, or D, 600?
You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut and say 600.
Correct.
You totally didn't wink at me when you said that one.
Not at all.
Not at all. Maybe I
just a
appreciate you
twitch.
enough. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a twitch. I appreciate you enough to keep you safe from dastardly foes who may murder you.
Thank goodness.
600 bucks.
So
Under
who you said that was he had like went under other pseudonyms? Like who was he?
28 different pseudonyms. So he was every. We can look it up right now. Hold on, give me 1
Wait,
minute.
what's a pseudonym?
You know a pseudonym.
I'm bad at remembering.
It's a pseudonym is like
Like a fake name kind
yeah.
of.
So
okay.
Stephen King famously wrote under Richard Bachman. So like stories that were too dark for Stephen King, like The Long Walk, he wrote as Richard Bachman.
Too dark for Stephen King.
Have you ever read The Long Walk?
I have to now. I'm added to my list.
I don't think I could. I don't think I could handle it.
Let me give you the log line.
Okay,
for
we're
The
in an
Long Walk.
elevator. You
Yeah.
have to sell this for Stephen.
Okay. All right.
You got your
Now I have a
suitcase.
mustache.
Yeah. You have your mustache. So you're in
I
your
have suitcase.
elevator. You're going up. So I have a story for you guys.
Did you get coffee this morning?
No.
This will wake you up.
Yeah, I'm so tired.
I'm very tired.
Definitely don't want to hear a pitch right now.
That's too bad. I'm going to tell you all about my pitch since it's on the 7th floor. I don't have a lot of time. That's okay. It's not going to take that long. Imagine we adapt a Stephen King book, the one that no one else has been able to do because it's too hard. It's too gruesome. 100 boys will start at the top of Maine and they will start walking south until there's only one left.
Dun dun dun.
It's The Long Walk. Many directors have tried it. No one succeeded. I think I can do it.
I want to see that.
It's an amazing.
Blood
Thank
money.
you. Here's my money.
Mine too. Throw
Thank
it at
you.
you in ones.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
It's honest. Directors have tried it. No one's been able to do it.
Crazy.
Really?
So
Wow.
just to answer your question, John Creasy's pseudonyms Let's go over a couple of them.
What could possibly happen in name that would lead to that?
Yeah.
That takes creativity, doesn't it?
I'm going to tell you this right now. It's before Carrie, he wrote most of The Long Walk when he was in college. Ooh. So it's the very, very inkling of who Stephen King became.
College is the long walk.
Here are some of the pseudonyms. Maybe you've heard of them from John Creasy. And John Creasy looks like if Ray Bradbury wore a suit all the time. He looks like any old white man, but this old white man is not Secretary of State. He does gruesome murder. Gordon Ashe, Henry St. John Cooper, Credo, Norman Dean, Robert Crane Fraser, Patrick Gill, Michael Halliday are the most famous ones.
Never even heard of any of those.
No.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. Well, remember, he wrote 600 books. Not all of them were hits.
Yeah.
But
crazy.
the money was coming, baby.
Yeah. That's what I say. As long as you have money, you don't have to be famous.
You don't have to be famous.
That's so true.
This one's going to be the most exciting.
Okay.
This one is about your
you.
favorite vomiting movie.
Yes.
Knives Out. Here's the twist. Okay. There is a hidden cameo in the movie from someone who works with Rian Johnson a lot. Is it A, Zooey Deschanel, B, both Property Brothers, both of them, because they refurbished the house that the movie was shot in?
Oh my God.
Was it C, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, or was it D, wait for it, Laura Dern?
Oh my gosh, Laura Dern, I can't do this. I'm gonna
Imagine what I've been through.
literally, I'm gonna say probably not Laura.
Well, it's devastating. That's not true.
Oh man. So who's the director?
It's Rian Johnson.
Okay.
So he's done movies like Looper. He did Star Wars Episode 8, and he did one of my favorite like hidden gem movies, Brick.
Brick makes me think of building, which makes me think of Property Brothers. But I don't think that's it.
Man, what a
connection.
What that was some kind of like my spy like.
Yeah.
What's that movie with Russell Crowe where he has like schizophrenia?
Oh my gosh, Beautiful Mind.
A Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful
You almost
Mind.
like A Beautiful Mind. The answer, and it would have been wrong.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you narrowed it down. Do you need help? Because I don't know if I can help you.
No, I'm gonna say Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
And congratulations, Andie. The knives do not have to come out.
Oh, thank goodness.
There is a hidden cameo in the beginning of Knives Out when Marta's sister is listening to the crime, like the murder show, and it's the guy describing all those gruesome things that happened to the girl. That's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh my God.
There's actually two actors that are always in Rian Johnson movies. It's the guy who plays the deputy in Knives Out and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, because they've been together since the movie Brick. So ever since Brick, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Rian Johnson, they're all buddies, and they all do their movies together now.
Love that.
That's great.
So, Andie, you did not get tricked by the red herring.
Killed it.
Goodness.
You did good.
And you solved the case. Congratulations.
Yay.
And a game for you called Where There's Smoke, There's Fire.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
So, Jack, you are basically the only person I can talk to about some of my favorite old movies.
Oh, yay.
So, this is a game of trivia questions for movies where people smoke.
Great.
That's right. Today we talked to the Marble Man in the Apocalypse, Jack Cosgriff, and because I already know that you know your cowboy trivia, I'm going to ask Jack about old movies where people are just constantly smoking. It'll be like Mad Men a little bit, but this time overtly sexist rather than just instead of ironic. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm so ready.
Okay, great. Question number 1. Where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Anyway, in the movie All the President's Men, which, folks, if you want to watch my movie, All the Student Council's Men, check out this link in the YouTube. Anyway, Robert Redford famously asked Dustin Hoffman, "Do you ever stop smoking?" But Watergate informant Deep Throat asked Robert Redford to do what? Is it A, get avocado toast with him in a cute little brunch spot the next day? B, make out with Deep Throat passionately in the parking garage while he gives him information about Nixon? D, help him get a real group of plumbers to the Watergate because his shower is running out of hot water? Or D, follow the money?
Okay, I do know it is D, but I like B a lot. I feel like that'd be quite funny for the name Deep Throat.
Right, you are correct.
I do love that movie. That movie's great.
That movie
and
is
I love
great.
your short film.
Ah, shucks. If I only had the chance to finish it. Man, imagine how good it would have been as a whole series. Anyway, question 2. Grayson King, call me. This question may not mean a hill of beans to you, but The Maltese Falcon, starring Humphrey Bogart and Mary Astor, is all about Private Eye Sam Spade trying to find the whereabouts of a stone falcon, blah, 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 blah. Cynicism, 1940s. So the falcon is a real thing.
Mhm.
It's a real prop that, that was actually made out of, whatever Maltese stone it was. And it has been a prized possession to a lot of different people. So what city is it in now, since it was bought in 2018? Is it A, Malta? Duh, we returned it. B, Spain, the original place the falcon was supposed to go in the movie. C, Iran. Gosh darn it, they won. Or D, Las Vegas.
Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
That one's actually hard. I do like Maltese Falcon a lot, and I'm not sure the answer.
Well, while you tinker that over, I just want to remind you, Jack, you may not know this from the last time you were on the show. We added a little twistedy bit. If you don't get the question right, we kick you off, and then Julia and I have to talk about cannibalism, and she's already halfway to vomiting now. So we need you to get this right.
Please get this right for me. I can try to help you, okay?
Oh boy, do you know the answer? Or? Okay.
Okay, so the first one was it was returned back to where they got it, right? Or where it belongs?
Do you think Americans would ever give things back?
I don't think they would. Okay, I'm gonna say Las Vegas.
I would say Las Vegas.
You
or
are correct.
Yeah.
It is Las Vegas.
Okay.
You didn't need me.
You didn't need him.
So that wasn't a call a friend, was it?
That wasn't a call a friend. It was a nervously look at a friend.
I was like, oh.
So in 2018, Steve Wynn, who you can look at his background and make assumptions about that, but he bought it, and he now owns the Maltese Falcon, and I'm sure it could be somewhere better. Anyway, Question 3. The movie Grease.
Oh, yes. I would know this one. I know this one.
Oh my gosh. This is the only one of the 3 movies I haven't seen, actually.
No way. You haven't seen
I know, I haven't.
Grease?
Well, I watched a bit of it, but I never finished it.
Okay,
but-
I've watched it too.
I'm going to tell you
twice.
this right now.
It's
Grease,
Grease.
Grease 2 is funnier.
Ooh, hot takes.
They're
Hot
not
takes.
supposed to be funny.
It's I think John Waters with the idea of high school is much more realistic than Grease is. Anyway, the movie Grease, which came out when John Travolta was still handsome, shows Olivia John Newton smoking to impress the pink ladies at her first sleepover. But the pink ladies all make fun of her because A, she doesn't have a crush on Kaniki, the Lothario of the California high school. B, she doesn't know all the lyrics to Sangria by Sublime. C, she calls Lauren Dern. Julia?
I saw that on the podcast, and I burst out laughing.
Lauren Dern.
Lauren Dern. Hey, you know what? I take pride in my inability to talk.
You can, but you better respect the queen. You take ability and your pride for that.
Oh,
Or D, she vomits every time she does something bad.
It's not A.
D again.
Correct.
It's D.
Yes,
Yes.
they were all D's.
Just like your high school report card, all D's.
That's what. Yeah, no, my little
Okay,
transcript for the
Hunter,
last
that
year was pretty
me.
rough.
Never mind. It was real.
No, yeah, he got that one pretty spot on. My mom can confirm.